We got two. Go ahead, Steve.
All right, number one is, I talked to Alex Parrish Construction. They dug up and replaced a lot of the water lines on the township roads. And they're going to, the roads are gonna be milled up and paved in, when the weather gets better after spring weather break, they can do that. And as far as the El Rama place, not in El Rama that's been tore up, those have to be milled up and repaved also. But they still have a couple more lines and stuff have to be added down in El Rama. So once they're done, then they'll mill those streets up and they'll be all repaved. There won't be just a patch where the line was done. So that will be done on all the roads there. And also, getting back to discussed earlier, down this Snee Road, there's a bridge, a county bridge was removed down there, and why it was removed, I still can't find out from Washington County why it was removed. There's a property owner down in there that's landlocked, can't get to his property, and then Peters Creek has stuff down in there that they can't access to either. So they can't just vacate the township road like that and close that road off, because then you're gonna even take off liquid fuel monies off of that also. And you can't just close a road like that, just remove the bridge. That's.
Do you know any time frame of possibly when that would have happened?
What's that?
That bridge?
It's gone, they already removed
But
it.
you have any idea when that might have happened?
No, I don't. I'm trying to get some information from Washington County about who authorized it and who discussed it or said it was okay to remove it. So we're trying to get some information from Washington County on that. So, but right now, just to say it's just up and closed like that, you can't just abandon a road like that and say it's closed. Right, Mr. Michael?
Correct. Now, another thing, Parrish, I know you were looking at roads with TJ.
Yes.
And one of them was Cardox Road.
Yes.
And then, and basically, what did you guys learn about Cardox Road? I think, is anyone here from Cardox? There was an issue about some type of orange buttresses or whatever.
That was the gentleman's here last week.
There's some barriers over there.
Yeah, there's a situation where the improvements ended. They installed barriers there. Steve and I visited that last week. Steve collected some additional documents on that project and hand delivered them to me earlier today.
Okay, so you look into that and
I'm
get
gonna
back to that
continue to
gentleman
look
from the guy from Cardox, you have he has contact.
Yeah, I believe his name was Sam Cant, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, I have his information, and yeah, I need to get up to speed on that project.
Can you respond back to him?
I will, yes.
Okay, a couple things I just had to say. You know, there's nothing in this world I hate more than somebody wasting my money. And I go out and I look at some of the projects that was supposedly going to be great for Union Township. Has anybody looked at Veterans Park lately?
Yeah, every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see what condition that was left in by the last board. Engineers, contractors, everybody's to blame on that one. Because we got an absolute swamp over there basically that has had no impact. In fact, I'd like to ask somebody to find out, why the hell do we even have a baseball field? Nobody wants to use a baseball field, but we build a baseball field. I haven't seen a whole lot of people coming in and requesting a baseball field. And whatever happened to the soccer association? Are they still using the field?
Nope, they moved.
Oh, they moved. So we have a park that we've spent how much money on that is absolutely unusable under any condition, that had improvements put in it that nobody wanted. And yet we're paying hundreds of thousands of dollars for nothing. It's in worse shape now than it was before they started. That's one thing that I can see. I can ask a powder coating plant. How is it we all of a sudden have a powder coating plant that had building approvals done at 8 o'clock on New Year's Eve? Isn't that great? That we had an engineer that was coming in and signing permits at 8 o'clock on New Year's Eve after business hours? I wonder why that could have been, because his contract ran out at midnight?
And the new one wasn't appointed yet.
Huh, you just have to wonder about questions like that. Coat-bldg project. Mr. Parrish could explain exactly what we've got a problem with down on coat-bldg. Two, in fact. I saw Mr. Barner here. Is he still here? Yeah. He's a plumber. Because something seems to be explained to some people. Water runs downhill. Do you do a project at the bottom of a hill when you haven't corrected the problems at the top so that everything runs downhill to where the road that we just repaved is? No, you close off Gilmore Road at the top. You don't clean the drains out. Where in the hell is water gonna go? Down onto coat-bldg. I mean, any plumber knows that. I would have assumed that it's somebody on the board could have had it explained to them at that particular point. So now we're having to go in and clean up Gilmore because nobody ever thought to take care of the first part of the problem before you do the second. Now I'm in an irritated little position right now because I'm having to waste my time coming here, and that's probably the only thing I hate wasted more than having my money wasted. Because we have so much sitting out here that has to be done. I'm coming in here on weekends. We're having to hire new people to come in because people bailed on us like a bunch of rats scurrying out underneath a rock somewhere.
Cockroaches.
Except for possibly a couple of the vipers that sneak through this high grass. You know, gotta look for the venom out of those particular ones. You know, one of the things Mr. Harshman complained about, and he had a certain point, he wasn't getting paid. There were a lot of checks sitting around here that weren't even sent to him after they'd been approved by the board. You know, I can understand him being upset with something like that. The only thing I'd have to tell Mr. Harshman, you better understand. My dad used to be one of these people that tried to use these homilies to try and explain things to me. One of the first ones he gave me is, you lie down with dogs, you get up with fleas.